Did you ever stop and think about why you're growing your mortgage business? I mean, the industry, it's everywhere. Grow your mortgage business, scale your mortgage business, make more time, volume, loans, leads, team, everything, right? But did you ever think about like why you would want to grow your mortgage business? Why am I doing this? Because I see brokers do this all the time. After helping brokers for 20 years, here's what actually happens when brokers blindly go about leverage and scale and growing their mortgage business and following every man and his dog conference guru, expert, and coach out there telling you why you should grow your mortgage business, right? Here's what actually happens. Well, the result is usually the broker ends up spending a whole bunch of time and money hiring team, building systems, doing stuff outside their comfort zone. And often what they do is they build a monster. They hate it. They don't do it very well. And what I've seen time and time again is a broker that's ended up with a bloated team who aren't very good. And they're working just as hard, if not harder, cleaning up the mess, putting out fires for not really that much profit, right? And that's not the reason to grow a mortgage business, right? The real issue with this, it's not about growing a mortgage business is bad. As a goal to grow, it's not a bad thing. But the real issue, right, is that most brokers don't understand the business model of a successful mortgage business. They just start, quote unquote, growing and clutching at straws and following everybody online and at the latest and greatest conference, doing what other people supposedly tell them to do. But they don't actually understand what the business model for them should be. They don't build it properly. They usually do it half-assed, and then they end up with a really inexperienced team, lack of systems, and it's a house of cards, usually one or two steps away from falling over. And the real issue really is most brokers, they want to grow, but they don't really have a clear goal and a plan to get there. It's just this default, let's grow, let's settle more loans, let's make more money, let's help more clients. And it doesn't work like that, right? If you ever think and sit to yourself, you'll go, well, why do I want to grow or scale? There's only two reasons, right? I've coached hundreds of brokers over 20 years. There's only two reasons brokers want to grow. They want more time or they want more money. And most likely a combination of both those things, right? So we want more time and we want more money. So instead of just blindly going down the grow my mortgage business, hire a team, get more leads, build, what we got to do is we go, right, step one, what do I want? What exactly do you want in terms of money and time? What do you love doing? What do you hate doing? And then the second thing is, well, what does your business need to look like to give you that amount of money and time? And then third, how do I build that in the most efficient way, right? The goal is not to grow a mortgage business. The goal is to grow your money and your time. We want to free up your time, increase your profit so you become a real business owner where you start to get paid just for owning the business, as opposed to what most brokers find themselves. They get trapped in a really complicated, annoying job of working with clients and dealing with fires and dealing with team for not really that much money. And to be fair, I've seen it a lot. A lot of these brokers that are growing and scaling would be far better off burning it to the ground and just being a solo broker again, and they would be making way more money in less time with less effort, right? So don't grow your mortgage business unless you know why you're doing it and how to do it properly. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of pain.